Today's Chumash portion is found in Parshas Va'era, Shlishi, the third section, begins in perek Vav from posuk Chof Tes. Parshas Va'era, which is in Sefer Shmais, perek Vav, posuk Chof Tes. Vayidaber Hashem al Moshe lemar, Ani Hashem, daber el Parai melech Mitzrayim, eis kol asher ani daber elecha. Hashem says to Moshe, I am Hashem, speak to Parai, the king of Mitzrayim, everything that I say to you. Rashi says, Vayidaber Hashem, and Hashem spoke, Hu hadibur atzmai ha'amor l'mayla. This is the same statement that was made before, by daber el Parai melech Mitzrayim. Previously, Hashem had told Moshe to come and speak to Parai, the king of Mitzrayim. And this is the same commandment. Ela mitoich shehifsik ha'inyan, kedei liyachsam, chazar ha'inyan olav. But because there was an interruption between the first time that Hashem said this and now, and the interruption was made in the previous day's Chumash section to bring us the yichus of Moshe and Aaron to show their worthiness of going to Parai. So because we had that break, now it reiterates, the posuk reiterates Hashem's order to Moshe to go and speak to Parai. Chazar alav lahaschil bay. So to begin the story anew, the posuk repeats that Hashem is speaking to Moshe and giving him the order to go speak to Parai. Posuk lamed. Posuk lamed. Vayomer Moshe lifnei Hashem, Hein ani aral sfasayim ve'ech yishma elai Parai. Moshe says to Hashem, here I am, I have stuffed lips, I have a lisp, so how will Parai listen to me? Vayomer Moshe lifnei Hashem, Moshe said before Hashem, Hi ha'amira she'amar lemala, Hein b'nei Yisrael lo shamu elai. This is the same statement that he said previously about Bnei Yisrael, that Bnei Yisrael didn't listen to me. V'shina ha'kosav kan. But the pasuk is repeated here. Kevan shehifsik ha'inyan. Because, once again, because we interrupted the story to give the yichus of Moshe and Aaron, so it's repeated here. V'chein hi hashita ka'adam ha'aymer nachzor ala rishonis. And this is a pattern in Torah, similarly to a person who says, okay, now, let's go back over the previous points. So, in other words, to bring us back into the story, Torah gives us a little recap of what Hashem had said to Moshe and what Moshe had answered to him. Now we're starting perek Zayin, posuk Alef. Vayomer Hashem al Moshe, Re'ei nesaticha elokim lefarei, va'aron achicha yiyeh neviacha. Hashem answers Moshe's concerns, and he says, I have made you a master over Parai, and Aaron, your brother, will be your Navi. And in this case, it means the person who speaks to you. Rashi, Alef, Nesaticha elokim leparai. I have made you a master over Parai. Elokim, shofet v'roideh. Here the word Elokim means a judge and a ruler. You will be able to rule over him with plagues and with torture. So here the word Elokim doesn't mean a god, but rather it means a ruler, someone who will rule over him. Yiyeh neviecha, the continuing in Rashi to the next Dibur HaMaschil, Yiyeh neviecha, he will be your speaker. Kitar Gumai, as Onkelos says, Metargemonach, your spokesperson, the one who speaks for you. V'chein kol lashon nevuah, adam hamachriz mashmiya la'am divrei teichachos. In every case, the word nevuah and the word navi implies a person who announces to the nation words of rebuke, who gives over words of rebuke. V'hu migzeras nivs vasayim. It's from the words niv svasayim, an expression of the lips. As in, we see an example, Yenuv chachma. Yenuv in the expression will speak wisdom, and it gives different quotes from different places that use the same root. Vayechal mehis nabais to Shmuel. When Shmuel stopped giving nevuah, uvelaz karin loy predictor, and he gives a root in Old French that means the same thing. So when we see that it says here Aaron will be the Navi, it's referring to being someone who gives over information, just like a Navi gives over the words of Hashem and calls them out and announces them. This will be Aaron's role to Parai. Posuk Beis. Ato sedaber eis kol asher ataveka, va'Aaron achicha yedaber el Parai, v'shileach es b'nei Yisrael me'artzai. Further instructions: you will speak everything that I command you, and Aaron your brother will say it to Parai, and he will send out b'nei Yisrael from his land. Ata sedaber, you will speak. Pam achas, you will say it one time. Kol shlichus u'shlichus, each and every message you will say, each and every mission to Parai you will say over once. Kefi sheshamaita mipi, exactly as you heard it from my mouth. Va'Aaron achicha yamlitzenu, and Aaron your brother will interpret it. V'yatimenu be'oznei Parai, and he will explain it over to Parai as necessary. Posuk Gimel. V'ani akshe es leif Parai v'herbesi es oisaisai v'eis ma'ifsai be'eretz Mitzrayim. So now Hashem has given the instructions of what they're to do, but now he tells Moshe and Aaron that I will harden Parai's heart, and I will do this in order to multiply and to make many my signs and my miracles that I will do in Eretz Mitzrayim. Rashi, Gimel, Va'ani akshe, and I will harden. Me'achar shehirshia v'hisris kenegdi, because Parai has behaved so badly and openly defied me, openly gone against me. V'goloi lefanai she'ein nachas ruach b'umais aydei kaychavim, and it is clear to me that there is no positivity among the nations that worship idols. Lasei slave shalem lashuv, to do tshuva. There is no intention of this nation to do tshuva. Taiv sheyiskasha libai leman harbais by oisaisai. Therefore, since I have no doubt that they're going to do tshuva, these idol worshippers are not going to do tshuva, better that I should harden Parai's heart, and that way I will be able to perform many, many miracles. V'sakiru atem esgrurasi, and you, Bnei Yisrael, will be able to recognize and witness my greatness. V'chein midasei shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and this is the way Hashem acts. Mevi peranos al ha'umais k'dei sheyishma'u Yisrael v'yiro. Hashem brings punishment on the Goyim who deserve it, in order that Bnei Yisrael will see and fear and will not require punishment themselves. But rather, Hashem punishes the Goyim who have sinned, so Bnei Yisrael will see it and take a warning. Shenemar, as it says, Hichrati Goyim nashamu pinaisam v'goymer, amarti ach tir'i oisi. Tikchu musar. As it says in the Navi Tzfanya, it says, Hashem says, I've destroyed the nations and I've decimated their towers, and I thought that you would fear me and learn a lesson from what you saw. And even so, during the first 5 Makais, Hashem did not harden Parai's heart. It doesn't say that Hashem hardened Parai's heart. Vayechzak leiv Parai, but rather that Parai's heart became hardened. That it doesn't say Hashem did it, but his heart became hardened, which teaches us that Parai was so absolutely stubborn that and so defiant of Hashem that even without Hashem's help in hardening his heart, he already resisted. He already refused to let Bnei Yisrael go. So he didn't need a whole lot of help in hardening his heart. Posuk Dalet, V'la yishma aleichem Parai v'nasati es yadi b'Mitzrayim v'haitzesi es tzivaisai es ami Bnei Yisrael me'eretz Mitzrayim v'shvatim gedolim. What is Hashem going to do now? Hashem says that Parai will not listen to you, and I will put my hand on Mitzrayim, meaning I will deal with them, and I will take out my people, Bnei Yisrael, from Eretz Mitzrayim with great judgments. Rashi, Es yadi, my hand, Yad mamash lahakais bahem. Literally, Hashem will take his hand against Mitzrayim and give him a smack. Hashem will literally hit them. And when it's talking about Yad Hashem, the hands of Hashem, in terms of punishment, it's usually referring to a makkah, to some kinds of a plague. But in this particular case, it's understood that we understand that it's actually talking about Hashem's actual hand. It looks like it's talking about Hashem's actual hand. We have to understand that here it also means makos. Pasuk Hey, V'yedu Mitzrayim ki ani Hashem b'ntaisai es yadi al Mitzrayim v'haitzesi es b'nei Yisrael mitaycham. And Mitzrayim will know that I am Hashem, and when I stretch out my hand over Mitzrayim and I take b'nei Yisrael out from among them, they will get the message. Pasuk Vav. There's no Rashi on Pasuk Hey. Pasuk Vav. Vayas Moshe v'Aaron kasher tziva Hashem oisam kein asu. Moshe and Aaron did exactly as Hashem told them. Pasuk Zayin. Last pasuk. U'Moshe ben shmeinim shana v'Aaron ben shalosh u'shmeinim shana v'dabram el Parai. Moshe was 80 years old, and Aaron was 83 years old when they spoke with Parai. So now we have this. This is the introduction to Moshe and Aaron going to Parai, and soon, in tomorrow's Chitas, we're going to see the actual meeting with Parai, and we all know what happens there. So have a wonderful day, enjoy the snow, and we'll see you in Mirz Hashem tomorrow.